Well, hello everybody. Welcome to week 3 of our com151 class. This is Mark here as your instructor. I hope that the first 2 weeks of Microsoft Office has been good for you, that you're starting to get the hang of Canvas and online education and a little bit about Microsoft Office. Week 1 we talked about Outlook and the email program. We talked about OneNote. Week 2 we started working on the Microsoft Word, inserting pictures and doing some things with pictures like wrapping text and changing framing, things like that in Word. We had our first Zoom conference on Friday afternoon, and just as a reminder for you there, the Zoom conference was recorded. I did place the recording link in the announcements on Friday afternoon and sent one to you via email, so that if you did not attend the link, the Zoom conference, you can click on the link, watch the recording, and then send me an email and let me know that you have watched it. We do have at least two Zoom classes or class sessions set up for the term. You get a grade in your assignments for each of those if you attend or if you watch the recording. And I like to tell everybody that's one of the easiest hundreds that you're going to get in the class. So if you have not done so, please do it. And then, like I say, send me an email. Let me know that that you have done it. This week we'll continue to work in Microsoft Word. We're going to start looking at creating letterhead. We'll look a little bit at research papers, things like that, continue to work on photos. Adding photos, wrapping text, things like that are very easy to do. As you've already practiced for 1 week, we'll continue to do that. Just keep in mind that with some of the things we talked about with photos or images, they help us to convey the message that we're trying to get across to the reader. So they need to be appropriate for the message and not be distracting. They ought to be in the best location possible. It doesn't do good if you're talking about the information on page 1, you put the picture of that information over on page 3 or 4, for an example. We also have to be careful that we don't violate any copyright laws or royalty laws or anything like that. So there are a lot of free websites out available on that you can get free pictures. So be careful with images and pictures there, and just have a lot of fun with it. Most of the time they're very easy and they're very helpful. I do also find that from time to time, if I want to print the document, it looks good. The picture will look good on the website or on my computer, but then doesn't look good when I print it. So you have to be careful with that. This week we're talking about creating a letterhead. A letterhead is kind of the name of the company at the top of the page with an address, contact information, things like that. One of the things that we can do when we create a letterhead is we can save that document as a template. That way, every time that we want to write a letter or we want to write a memo and we want to use the letterhead, we don't have to go back and recreate it. So what we do is take a blank Microsoft Word sheet, if you will. We create the letterhead, get it the way we want it, with the names and the addresses and the images, things like that there. And then when we do a save as, we save it instead of as a Word document, we save it as a template. And then later, when we want to do that letter again, instead of pulling up a new document that's just blank, we pull up the template and go from there. So it's a kind of a work saver for us once we've done it the first time. So we'll practice a lot with that. The other thing that we'll look at briefly is research papers. As you continue your education, no doubt that you have to write papers from time to time. And so we'll look at a little bit of the requirements with those things. Not too deep, but just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on there. So that's kind of some of the things that we're going to be talking about this week. I hope that you're going to have a good week. I do want to mention also that from time to time you've emailed me and asked me about different problems with the computer programs. Please continue to do that. I'll do my very, very best to help you with that. But sometimes it may be easier for you just to reach out to Cengage support, especially if it's something in the MindTap program, like it locks up or something's missing or you know, you get some kind of weird message. It might be easy just to call my Cengage support, see if they can walk you through it. And again, take that as it may. I don't mean to say don't call me or text me or email. I'll be glad to help you as much as I can. But my forte is more on about how to make Word work, Excel, and all of that. If MindTap doesn't work, I'm probably in the same boat you are, just trying to figure out what it's doing or not doing. So, with that said, I'm enjoying working with you. A lot of your discussion questions and answers are really good. A lot of folks are putting a lot of good effort into the class, and I'm enjoying working with you. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great week.